Hello everyone, my name's Holden Hardman. This is my lovely wife Jen. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Apologies, this one is coming out a little later. If you don't know, we were spending pretty much most of the end of last week in the hospital. First day, like around Tuesday, I was relatively sick, and then I was getting better, and the night I was getting better, Jen had to go to the ER for a kidney infection. We were there till about 2 in the morning. The following day, Hero had been having trouble breathing, really congested. He was diagnosed with RSV, which is very dangerous for babies. So I ended up taking him to the ER, to which they admitted him. So I was up all night with Hero at the emergency room, all while Jen is still in pain here, pretty much by herself, which is awful. Following day, I get out of the hospital with Hero around 2, and Jen is just absolutely miserable and still in more pain. So I got home at 2, we're back in the ER at like 6 or 7 with Jen, to which they admitted her for a little bit, and then we got out about 2 in the morning. So, and I had not slept during any of this time, so I was absolutely exhausted. I have now gotten sick, which is where I currently am because I've just been up nonstop in the hospitals.
I think at that point they had said, we can admit you and treat you here, or we can let you go home and you can treat at home. And me and Holden at that point were exhausted, just wanted to get home to our baby. And so we finally made it home, and it definitely has taken its toll on both of us, but we're just trying to get back to the norm.
Yeah. Oh, and Fox was like throwing up everywhere too, all up in his bed, on my chair, on the carpet.
So 4 out of the 5 people in our household were sick all at the same time, which is not something that we've experienced before.
It's definitely one of the tougher times of our marriage thus far. My
husband was just like a superhero, taking care of all this. I'm like vomiting, Fox is in the other room vomiting, all while, you know, poor Hero is like wheezing. So it was terrible. We're hoping to just get back to normal.
I ever since having Hero now, I've become like a lot more emotional. Like when we were in the ER, they had to like do IVs, and they did it in both hands because they screwed up one hand. And he's like screaming and crying. And Hero's not a big he's not a big crybaby. He only really cries when he's hungry. So like the fact that he's inconsolable, not used to that. His face was like beet red, and I usually can't tell because I'm colorblind. People are like, do I have a little sunburn? I can never tell, but I could tell. And I'm just sitting there with all these hospital staff, and my son is looking at me in the eye, like in all this pain, like, why aren't you stopping this? And I just little tears just started coming down my face. I couldn't handle it. You know, it was tough.
And I'm back at home, like wanting to know what's going on. And he's like, I know it's difficult for him watching that. And obviously the big picture is that we're seeing Hero go through this and just wanting him to be okay. We're all feeling terrible at the same time. So it was very hard, but luckily we have like a good support system. Matt helped out.
Matt was huge. He like came out in the middle of the night and let us get some sleep. And
when I was back at the ER for the second time, he came out and took care of Hero. He was here till like 2 a.m. So we were very thankful for that. And then we had Holden's family that was a godsend, like bringing milk to the hospital. Because I couldn't drive, I couldn't leave the house because I was in pain. So we're super thankful, and everybody that like messaged us and was just like getting better or get better soon. Friends offered to bring food. It was a lot. Yeah,
I know most of you were in the dark about that. We've been letting the patrons know pretty much from the beginning, just because they pay for additional content. So if we feel like we can't meet those needs every week, I just like to let them know, and everyone's understanding. More relevant to the video, we have been doing rewatches with Jen. We just released Jen rewatching Rogue One. So if you want to see some rewatches of that, you can do that over there. I cannot tell you how much I hated missing this because I heard that it's like one of the best. I've been trying to avoid spoilers. I have seen a couple of things, nothing too outlandish, but like, I wish I could have experienced it that way first. But things just pop up on your feed and whatnot. We need this. We need a good, just chill, watch an hour worth of fun Star Wars content. Dave Filoni, take us away. Thank you all so much for being understanding. For those of you that didn't know, we're just like, why isn't episode 5 up yet?
Sorry,
That's
guys.
why, sorry. But hopefully we'll be back on track this week. Let's go ahead and get into it. Episode 5 of Ahsoka.
I love this setting with the red trees.
I think that this show has really great cinematography too. Some of the best Star Wars cinematography so far.
So good to see the offspring.
Yeah. Little future Jedi.
All right.
Yeah.
I like Chopper.
Me too.
I think he's sassier than R2 even.
I think so.
I told them to stay together,
Aww.
but they never listened.
You look old. You lost a fight.
I don't remember.
Trust me. You lost.
She like dead and he's gonna like bring her into the...
She's at a middle ground.
Right.
I'm here to finish your training. One is never too old to learn, Snips.
What's the lesson?
Live or die.
I won't fight you.
I've heard that before.
So he's supposed to symbolize death?
I won't fight you. That was Luke that said that to him. So this has to be a post Return of the Jedi Anakin. Oh. Oh.
Aww.
Yeah, because Luke was like, I won't fight you, Father.
Mom,
Not now, Jason.
but Mom, there's something about the water. Something out there, Mom.
Chopper? If there's anything out there, Chopper would pick it up on his scanner.
No, Mom, listen.
I am.
No, listen to the waves.
General?
Don't you hear it?
The waves crashing?
No. The lightsabers.
Oh, nice.
I need you out over the ocean, low altitude, full sweep.
We already did that.
Well, we're doing it again.
His father, Kanan Jarrus, was a Jedi.
Okay.
Yes.
I love the footprint.
Yeah.
Looks like you don't have much left to offer.
I haven't taught you everything yet.
Oh no.
Oh, snap. Oh, Snips. Young Ahsoka. This is the Clone Wars. Live action Clone Wars. Okay. Forward! His outfit.
Yeah.
His hair.
Nice. Oh, I love seeing a live action
Yeah.
young Ahsoka.
This is great. They got Anakin's look like perfect too.
This is the Clone Wars.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is cool. Like the interim between episodes 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's your problem.
Gosh.
It looks really good.
I love this. This is awesome.
What about my training?
This is your training.
I think this is the first live action clone troopers we've seen too.
Yeah.
They've always been CG.
Right. The girl that plays her seems to be a good fit.
Yeah. I think that's Rex back there.
Come on, Snips. Is there a problem?
We lost so many.
There's always a price to be paid.
It was my fault.
This is war, Ahsoka. As Jedi, it's our job to lead.
Our mistakes cost lives. That doesn't bother you?
Of course it does.
This isn't what I trained for.
When Obi-Wan taught me, we were keepers of the peace. To win this war, I have to teach you to be a soldier.
Is that all I'll have to teach my own Padawan one day?
You know, teaching's not all it's cracked up to be.
Really? How can you joke at a time like this?
What would you prefer? I'm teaching you how to survive. To do that, you're going to have to fight.
What if I want to stop?
Then you'll die.
Oh, that was cool. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that was really great.
She is tenacious.
So was her master.
What was he like?
It's a complicated question.
As low as you can. Just go, Mom, please.
All right.
Hey. Oh. Mandalorian.
Nice work, Commander.
We'll secure the
bricks.
Oh.
They're giving a lot of payoff for those Clone Wars
Yeah.
Rebels people. We finished all that just in time.
Yeah.
This was the siege of Mandalore.
Yeah,
We had parted ways by now.
there's a little longer.
Intense.
It was.
Within you will be everything I am, all the knowledge I possess, just as I inherited knowledge from my master, and he from his.
But my part of that legacy is one of death.
You're more than that. Because I'm more than that.
But more powerful and dangerous than anyone realized.
Is that what this is about?
If I am
You did kill children. I don't know what to tell you.
Everyone has their bad days.
Killed billions on Alderaan. I just
I
pointed
gave
that.
you a choice. Live.
Oh, Anakin with a red lightsaber.
Or die. In
Incorrect.
Oh, goody!
Oh, this was great. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You lack conviction.
time to die.
Dies.
Did her eyes change, or was I mistaking that?
I choose.
No, not anymore. Okay. It looked like they did for a second.
There's hope for you yet.
Anakin.
We got her, John.
You're missing our little headband there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I see why she wears it.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Welcome back, Lady Tallow. Might have been lost for good, if not for Jason.
Jason is here.
With his mother and a squadron of X-Wings. All unauthorized, of course.
And Sabine.
No.
I owe you my thanks.
I heard you fighting. Who are you fighting with? I've been in a starship before.
A Jedi starship?
Will you train me?
No.
You know how to build a lightsaber?
Yes?
Will you teach me?
No.
She was holding this.
And that's significant?
She might have left an impression on it.
Step away from her!
But you're not like her, are you? I give you my word. No harm will come to you. For Ezra.
We have to go after them.
It's not that simple.
It's the fleet. They're on their way. I don't think they're coming to help.
Space whales.
The Senate Oversight Committee is going to determine if your command should be permanently suspended.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
it makes sense. I don't know what.
I don't know how you score this, but we're losing right now.
I know how to follow Sabine. Without the map, we don't have the proper hyperspace coordinates.
But the space whales, they can get us there.
Up ahead.
That'll do. Wish me luck.
reminds me of The Way of Water, Avatar.
Aw.
We got incoming.
No good, Carson. They can't interrupt, they'll frighten the pod.
Repeat, please identify
Hey, it's a
yourself.
fish. Is that a
Captain.
fish?
Very
Not sure what that looks like.
Where's General Syndulla?
Captain, the reason we are here is because there was no mission.
I respectfully disagree.
Tractor beam powering up, Captain.
It's very Star Trek.
Or I will see to it that you are stripped of your rank for resisting a direct order from Fleet.
Oh no.
Okay, but you're not gonna believe me.
It's just like the stories you told me. All the whales took Ezra and the bad guys far, far away.
They're gonna Pinocchio this thing. They're gonna go inside.
Get in there.
Like a Trojan horse type thing?
I think it's just more protection because they have to travel through hyperspace.
For certain they know where Sabine was taken.
I have no idea.
Are they gonna like poop him out? Or...
I think he's just gonna carry him in the mouth.
We'll just see where it goes.
It could go anywhere.
I know, but once they get to wherever they're going, like,
I think he just opens his mouth and they fly up. He just really wanted to poop him out for some
I
reason.
know. Oh, I love the whales.
I'd move your fleet out of there if I were you.
Are those flying whales?
Maneuvers, get clear of their path.
Oof.
Looks like they're about to jump.
Hera, I'll find them. I promise.
May the Force be with you.
Oh wow, so they're really just hanging out in their mouth.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, just finished episode 5 of Ahsoka. I love this one. This is probably my favorite one so far. There's obviously the nostalgic stuff with seeing Hayden Christensen and then in live action going back to the Clone Wars, the Siege of Mandalore. I loved all that. My only complaint is that I wish I would have gotten just a little more of it. I wouldn't have minded just a little more, maybe like one more sequence of them in the past of the Clone Wars. But I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. What did you think?
I loved it as well. It's my favorite to date. Seeing Anakin and Ahsoka kind of battle it out and see kind of what we saw in Clone Wars animated was really rewarding. Especially seeing young Ahsoka. Seeing it in live action is actually like one of my favorite things now. So I think that was just a piece that has been missing. And so I'm really glad that they included that. And the girl that played Ahsoka I thought was a perfect fit for the juvenile. And
there's a criminal justice degree coming through a little bit.
Having that battle with Ahsoka and Anakin, I think it was so much fun because there was so many possibilities with it. And so it kept us guessing, like, what's going on here? And in particular, that scene, was it the Siege of Mandalore?
It was when their outfits had changed a little bit.
And we see Anakin walking away and it transitions to Darth Vader. I absolutely love that. I think that's probably one of my favorite scenes of Star Wars, period. I thought that was so great. My only complaint at this point is I'm a little disappointed that Thrawn has not shown up yet because I feel like I'm just not gonna get enough of him when he does show up.
Yeah.
Because I really loved his character. I'm getting nervous about that. But this episode was fantastic. Definitely worth it.
Yeah, I agree. My guess about the whole Anakin thing, because we had some theories about how he could be there, because he had referenced some things that had happened in Return of the Jedi with Luke. I'm guessing that that is Anakin's spirit having experienced his life being Darth Vader too, but he's good again. Because at the end of Return of the Jedi, it's Hayden Christensen as the Force Ghost, and like when he was still Anakin was the last time he was good, and that's the reason I've heard that when he's a Force Ghost, he's not like old, he's young. It seemed as though he was kind of doing this thing that Qui-Gon did, where he's sort of this intermediary for Ahsoka to either, look, you can either continue living or you can come with me and be part of the Force or whatever. And I was also like, why wasn't she drowning the whole time? And I was like, no, she physically went there. I keep trying to remember that the world between the worlds isn't just like an ethereal thing. Her body physically was there. And so when she
And then she was brought into the water?
Right.
Okay.
I was like, why didn't she drown? Like, how could she survive that?
Right.
But from what I understand in Rebels, that's how that works. It's not, it's not like a spiritual thing where her body's here and that's happening. She's physically there.
Yeah, and it's good to see just a little more of the struggle that Ahsoka has with trying to mentally deal with what happened with her master. I think that that's something that's obviously affected her in more than one way.
Yeah.
And so seeing it portrayed in the way that they did it in this episode, I thought was really well done.
Yeah, the spiritual side of the Force, when it's portrayed in Star Wars, has always been my favorite. So this was like really heavy in that. These like internal conflicts that are personified in like physical things, like going back to the Clone Wars. Anakin was not there at the Siege of Mandalore, and so he was like, so this is what you had to deal with.
I will say that the spiritual aspect of the Star Wars, I feel like sometimes is open to interpretation a little more.
Sure.
I think that fans have like their own theories about it versus it just being one straightforward, this is what it meant.
Yeah, this is what happened, and such is the way of that, I suppose. But overall, great. I loved it. I'm really excited where this one ended off, too, because I think it would have been easy to end off with them like, how are we going to get there? At least we have Ahsoka back. But they went ahead and went the next step further of talking to the Purrgil, and then, like, they're on the way following. So I'm glad that that's where they decided to end the episode.
Yeah.
But of course, these are just some of our thoughts. We'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. So leave us a comment down below. We'll check those out. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. It does help the channel out a lot. Subscribe. You'll be notified when we post episode 6. We shouldn't be behind on it this week. And check out Patreon. You can get early access to select videos. You can watch the full-length reaction to these with us over there too. You can get exclusive content like Jen rewatching all the Star Wars movies. There's some other fun stuff over there too. But for now, that's it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.